Whether we're buying a residential property, a commercial property, whether we're buying a business or even expanding a business, there is one common factor. I recently had an opportunity to speak to Maggie Liu from the Development Bank of Canada, specifically relating to commercial loans. I believe it's something that, as business people, we are not only engaged in the purchasing of real estate for residential purposes, but sometimes we are also interested in purchasing the property our businesses are on. I think you'll find this discussion with Maggie pretty enlightening. So, business owners, if you're planning to expand, or if you're planning to renovate, or if you are planning to even purchase the property that you're currently occupying, I have Maggie Liu from the Development Bank of Canada.
My name is Maggie. I'm the Commercial Account Manager at BDC based in Vancouver. So I cover Vancouver, Burnaby, and the Tri-Cities. So a little bit about BDC. We're a Crown Corporation. We support Canadian entrepreneurs through financing and offering them business advisory solutions. Oftentimes, we know that money doesn't solve all problems when running a business, right? So we want to ensure that in addition to the financing, we want to ensure the owners have the right skill sets and the right direction to execute their plans. So in return, we all get a higher successful rate.
Yes.
So in addition to the financing, I think how we're different from the charter banks is that the advisory piece and our product offerings. So BDC is strictly focused on commercial lending. So we don't have any retail products like different types of accounts, wealth management products like GIC or credit cards.
And from my reading, Maggie, I think the BDC is very focused on helping business to succeed, right? Because the intent really is to, when businesses succeed, then they have the opportunity to hire more people and in this way keep the economy moving.
That's right. That's really our mandate, because as a Crown Corp, we support Canadian entrepreneurs. So if there's any foreigners that want to do business here, if they don't have the Canadian status, we're not able to help them. So we want to ensure all the resources and every penny in our portfolio is to fuel the Canadian economy. So in terms of commercial lending, it's quite similar to other charter banks. So like the big five. So we do, commercial purchase financing. We do change of ownerships, business sale. We do asset purchase financing, equipment financing, and renovation financing. So in terms of the different types of lending, it's very similar to the charter banks, but the terms and condition will be vary from different types of projects. So for example, as an equipment financing, typically we look at amortizing a piece of equipment based on their useful life. So a useful life is different from buying a new equipment compared to a second-hand piece of equipment, right? So those are some aspects that we are doing the same types of lending, but how we calculate the risk could be vary from institution to institution.
And then also the schedule, the payment schedule, and the terms, I would imagine, are a little bit could be a little bit different.
Could be a little different, depending on the overall project, and we see the big picture. So it's not one specific item that we keen on. So we look at management team, what their plans are. Is there any other project or different types of project that they're partnering with other vendors? So then in turn we kind of tailor a specific solution and package for them. BDC doesn't have a retail branch. All our locations are for office use, so for employees to go into and work. So in order for you to find a BDC rep, you first need to get connected, and then we'll just come out to go to your site, go to your business location, or we just find a cafe and we have a meeting there. So in a way, it's not somewhere where you can walk in and find us.
On the consulting side, what kind of help can a typical business owner, be it an established business owner or someone that's just entering into a business for the first time, are you also catering to the new business owners?
That's a good question. So we do offer business advisory solutions to entrepreneurs, but our mandate is more targeted to businesses that are over 2 years in operation.
Right.
Because if they don't have anything set up or the foundation is not set up, we might be in there too early and teach them how to build their business model. So we want to come in when they have their own idea in place. They're actually implementing and trying something out in the beginning phase to ensure that they pass the survival phase, and then we can come in.
Yes.
Or else it's too early for us to add value. So, when the business is new, we partner up with another program. It's called Futurepreneurship. So that's when you start a startup business and to get a little bit of funding plus talking to a business coach. So that would be the first channel for new startups. But if you already have a few years of operations in place and you want us to give you a holistic view of how you're doing, then BDC's advisory piece can come in.
I see.
And we tackle quite a bit of different areas depending on where the owners want to develop their skill set. So, for example, there is financial management. This is really keen to almost everybody, right? So because you want to ensure you have your own set of financial data and dashboard, so you can go in to see it, monitor it on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, because a lot of decision has to make strategically with these data, right? And oftentimes we realize that a lot of small business owners are heavily relying on their external accountants. And when these accountants gets busy during tax season, you're not able to get a hold of them that quickly to produce the reports that you want to see. So having your own set of financial management system is really key in running the business.